Hello guys, good afternoon, good evening, good morning, wherever you are. Today we're gonna do the next topic on our penetration testing. We will deal with Masscan scan right here. If you're running Kali Linux, it should be already installed in your Kali Linux. There's a way that you can download it from GitHub repository. You'll have to extract the files and install them according to the instructions that are going to be provided to you in GitHub. Also, like I said before, if you have a lab set up with Linux and the other OS, for example, Windows XP, Windows 10, Ubuntu, Windows Server 2012, etc. It would be better to have that lab set up because that way you can run your scans and you don't have to touch your production environment. Okay. There are many tutorials that you can use to set up or configure Masscan. With the different parameters that it will use. For example, if you want to scan all ports on a network, you will type the following. Let's say 192. Oh, one thing that I wanted to show you was that, see right here, it's showing that I'm root. I'm using my root account. The way that you do that is you type SU. Then once you do that, it will prompt you for the password and you will be in root account. Okay. So anyways, to do a scan, what reports are available in your network, you will type scan, right? 192.168.80, and this one will go 0, so that way whatever I have on my network, dash p, and I'll say 1 through 1000 and see what I get. Okay, and there we go. So far so good. We're gonna let it I'm gonna let it do whatever scanning needs to do, and I'm gonna pause, okay, and come back after. Okay, sorry guys, it took me a little bit longer than I expected. The first scan that I did with the ports on the holes of my subnet here gave me just a couple of results on one computer that I have. Then I tried to do another one but less ports, and it gave me that. So there was really not much. Then after that I tried to do again through 150, but it just didn't give me any results. So what I did is I pushed the rate to 1000. Now you can see that I'm getting better results on that IP address just on that computer. I'm sure that I could do it for the whole subnet, but I don't want to make it too long. There's a way that you can analyze the results. Remember that all this stuff you can save it and use our favorite documentation program, Cherry Tree. So I would advise you to consider at least have some way of documenting your findings, because it's really important. And again, disclaimer, remember, this is not so you can go and pen test any company or any known or unknown network without permission. You need to have permission in order for you to do this penetration testing, and it has to be ethical hacking. Okay. Normally, like I was saying, the Masscan, it produces a text file, which you can open in a text editor or import it as a spreadsheet program for easier analysis. You can look for open ports. See, it's still going. It found at the rate that I put it through in all the ports, look, it is finding more open ports, which is pretty cool, you know. So you can run this as necessary as many times as you can, you know, because now we're really not doing a passive scanning, you know. This is more an active scanning. So look, it's done, and I have all those ports, so which is great. So moving on, let's say, you know, well, I was gonna say, you know, I'm gonna show you how to do a single IP, but it's already here. That's the subnet, and maybe, you know, what we can do is try to see mascan, and instead of the one IP, I can just try my subnet and see how that goes. Let's see what happens. Okay, so it's doing it at 1000, the maximum rate. I mean, we can even put it 100,000. It's gonna go fast, right? So let's see what it does, if it finds anything, because I know I have my Windows XP open. Yep, my Linux Mint. Let me just make sure that even though it shouldn't matter because the IP address is still the IP address. Oh, I thought I didn't open this. Okay, so it doesn't matter if I don't open that one. So look, it's finding so far nothing. Oh, okay. Although it should. You know, I don't know why it's not cooperating with us. You know. I'm just trying to see. Okay. There's also a way that you can specify the port. You know, let's say for example the Masscan IP range 192.168.80.024 or /24, which is the CIDR notation, in case you didn't know. You know what? One of these days, I think I'm gonna have to make a video on how to subnet, just in case there's some of you guys that don't know how to subnet for IPv4. Okay, so let's say if you wanted to scan port 22, you know, which is SSH, or port 80, or which is HTTP, or port HTTPS, which is 443. You know, those things that you have to know, you gotta learn. Let me see if I can open up a different, for the moment while it's doing the scan. I can open up a new terminal. Yes. Now remember I said if you just want to work as a root user, just do that, and it's going to ask you for the password, and automatically now, you know, everything I do is as root. So let's say if I do mascan 192, let's see, let's find out the IP address of this one. Let's see, terminal. Do you guys recall how to do the how to get the IP config or the network settings? It's either IPA or IF config. So let's see, what do we have here? So this one is 134. So let's do a 168. Oops. I'm typing 68.80.134, right? And let's do let's say port that P for ports 22 and 80, and let's do a max rate also. Max dash rate 1000, and let it go. So far this one is still, you know, it looks like it has a lot of trouble finding open ports. Oh look, it did something. Bad IP address range. Oh, you know what, I don't think I was supposed to do that. There we go. I had a, sorry about that, I put a space here and it just didn't like it. It was telling me IP address range. So make sure that you look at the okay. See, it didn't find any open ports. I'm curious, I wonder if I do an nmap scan on this, I'm gonna be able to find more open ports. But see, the Windows 10 has no problem, it's finding. But now that we're doing, okay, let me, you know what I'm gonna do? Let's see if okay. Now let's try like we did on the other one, on the 132, right? So instead of saying those 2 ports, I'll just do 0 through 65535, 65535, and let's see what I'm getting. And let's see if I get something interesting. So I'm curious to see. So I guess you'll have to try different options. That's what you got to do, because you never know. It's weird, because if I try one without the rate, I get nothing, and if I try the other one with the rate to scan more ports, it works. So go figure. Okay, so let's see. This is remaining. Okay, now let me open up a new window because I don't want to wait for that to finish. So sudo to my IP. Okay, now there's a way also that it can save the scans that you're doing. You can put it to an output file. Okay, so there's a switch that you can use right after. Oops, what did I do? Right after the maximum rate, you can type small letter O, capital L, and let's say I'm gonna put them on my desktop. I think you see desktop. I'm just gonna say results .txt. That should do it. Let's see. Scanning on host. Could not open file for writing. Oops. Okay. Well, it's always good to have mistakes, because it's the only way to learn. You gotta troubleshoot. I am sure I did it. That this is correct. No, the other way it was correct. Let's see. Check it out. So sorry guys, it was me. I confused the path, the way I write it in Windows to the way I write it in. Although here I'm intrigued because this is like a Windows path, it should be that way. But maybe, okay. I'm just wondering. Okay, so this one is done. Although, see, it didn't find anything on the 134. So unless I have a firewall enabled on that, then it's just not finding anything. But anyways, let's get rid of it. What about this one? Still going. Huh. Okay. And that one is supposed to write up my file, but it's not doing anything, which is just weird. And you know what? Let me see if I can stop it. Okay, instead, I'm just going to do this. So results. .txt. And let's see. Now this is supposed to go in this folder, like you can see, Jadwin, right? Because I didn't specify any other folder to be saved in. Now there's also different options that you can use. Masscan can use, let's see, the option G, so you can get more details. Okay, so it's like a parameter option. You can use the dash I, small letter I, capital L. So let's say you create a nmap scan and you get a list of IPs, right? The way that the Masscan can use that list that was generated by nmap, it would be dash small letter I, capital L, and the name of that list that you created with it. There's a way that you can exclude specific ports, and that would be the, well, let me see, I'm going to, wait, what happened? How come I don't have my, something happened? Uh-oh. Oh. I don't get it. Okay. So I have two terminals. I do. I thought I had one only. This one's still running. Okay, there was nothing here. What was it supposed to be doing? Okay, let's see if it created my document. Results. Wow, look at that. Cat results.txt. Oops. There we go. See? It created my results in this folder. So these are the ports that it found. 445, 135, 20 on this computer, which is my Windows XP. I'll have to see if maybe on my Ubuntu machine I have my Linux, sorry, if I have the firewall on. Maybe that's why it's not allowing it to do any scans. But see, that's the way you do the output. Okay, the way you see it here, highlighted. Okay. So anyways, let's go and show you here and show you how to do exclude. So the way we do it is like you do mass scan and you want 192, 168, right? So now it will be, instead of dash P, well, you're still gonna have from port 1 to 0, but this time I'm going to say exclude. Remember the ports that we found? I don't know if you remember. I'm gonna stop this one because it's taking too long. So let's see ls. So we're going to see results txt. Okay, let's exclude 445, right? So exclude, all right, 445, I said, right? And now I'm gonna say results. Oops, results 2. Enter. And let's see what we get. We should see. You know what? I'm gonna figure out the way to save it. I know that there's a way to save it on desktop, I don't know why he did that, you know. Okay, because I know after home you have desktop. Now let's see, I'm gonna show you so you don't think that I'm bullshitting. But you'll see desktop, home, desktop. Nick to post. Okay, it's weird. Okay, now it's taking a bit longer, but while it's doing that, you can also use a Masscan with a proxy, you know. So you can use a proxy server with an IP address, let's say, I don't know, 10.0.0.1 and the port number 8080, you know. So I'm just gonna give you an example here. Okay. Let's use the one that it's available while it's doing what it's doing there. So let's say here, what I'll do is just gonna change, let's say my IP address .1, I think it's 134. Yeah, 134. 134. And I don't have to have the subnet. Okay, so it's gonna do that, and it's supposed to go look at that proxy, but I don't have it. I'm just giving you an example. Okay, so if in case you want to connect to a target, you know, this is from not my target. Maybe this could be my own IP address here that I have, and that is a target that I want to scan, and with the port. So that an IP address and the port, that makes a what? Do you know what it makes? Any ideas? A socket. Look it up. Okay, let's see if oh, look, we have something. Let's take a look. List results 2. Results 2.txt. Look, it didn't touch 4. It did. What? It was supposed to exclude it. Now this is making me look bad. What happened? Okay, it was supposed to exclude 445. Okay, that's just not cat results.txt. Huh. They didn't even ignore it, man. Why? I mean, I have exclude. Alright, that could be something, I don't know, I can't really, I can't explain it. Okay, so let's see, for example, if you want to Masscan to see what services are running in those open ports. And, you know, that's also, we can do it this way. Anyways, guys, I'm gonna find out why the -- exclude didn't work. I have no idea, you know. Okay, Masscan. Moving on. So now we're gonna see the specific services running on the ports, right? So 192.168.80.132, which is the Windows XP machine. Hopefully it's going to, so let's say to 100. I don't want nothing more. And now this is where we go and grab the service, the specific service running on that port. You know what? Instead of doing that, I'm just gonna go 22. Oops. 80, and I know that's 443. No, 445. Okay. So then grep. So now, and then we say grep. Single quote. No, single quote. SSH. H. And that should do it. Let's see. See what we get. So it's only doing 3 ports, 2280 and 445. So we should see the specific services running on those 3 ports. You can also do a Masscan for IPv6. For that, I leave it up to you guys to do it. Scanning 1 host, 3 ports host. Okay, so what? Okay. Let me see. I didn't get nothing. You know, it's like I'm up in the air. You know, this is making me look bad. You know. Let's see. I think it's 3, right? No, it's the results. The results 3.txt. Oh. Oh wow. That's. Huh. Did I do something wrong? No. Oh well. Yep. I did it right. So you gave me nothing. Nothing at all. We created nothing. Yeah. Okay, this is making me look terribly wrong at every step that I take. And like I was saying, Masscan can scan IPv6 addresses. I'm not going to do it because I don't have any examples of that. Also, you can have I'm just gonna copy paste this because it says that you can scan multiple IP addresses by providing a text file. So I'm gonna have to take a look at why those things, there's 2 things that did not work. I'm gonna take a look at those and see what, you know, something, I don't know, something. See, so if you include an IP ranged file like a txt, it will take that from this folder, or unless you specify a different one, okay, it'll scan those IP ranges that you give it within those ports. Okay, so that's something that you can try on your own. So let's say another one, if you want TCP IP options, okay, so the way that you would type it to do the TCP IP options, right, would be also providing a TCP options text, which you must specify in hex format. Okay, so the text file has to be in hex format, not not in any other format. You need to have it in hex format. So for example, this is the way you would type it when you do the scan, okay, with the TCP options. But the format that you must have, it has to be something like this. So another homework would be to look up how to do hex format. See, so like that. Let me just get rid of that because it doesn't, like that. This is your hex format. So homework, find out how to create a TCP/IP file containing the options in hex format. Okay, let's see. You can scan for the Heartbleed vulnerability in OpenSSL, which is, wow, again, I'm going to, because I can't, well, I don't have my server up. Let's see, I'm gonna see if I can bring it up, you know. Okay, let's shut down. Okay, let me see if I can bring my, okay, it's off. My Windows server is up. Okay, now I know that I have a different IP address for this one. I think it was 137, I'm not so sure. So let's give it a try. Scan 192, oops, 192, 168, 80 dot. Come on. We gotta put up fast. Oh, my Windows 10 is gone. What? Oh, there it is. For one moment I thought it was like kaput. Okay. Another thing to find out is what is Heartbleed. You know, let me know, guys, if you know what that means. Heartbleed vulnerability on port 443. Right. So let's see. I am going to. Oh, I think I froze or something. Oh no. No. Come on. I don't need that. Okay. Let's find out what the IP address is for. Come on. You just okay, config 137. I was right. 137. Okay. So, I think I was the one that made the mistake. It's not 445, it's 443. So funny. Let's see. Enter. Unknown config option, no calculator shirt. What? P. Alright. Let's see here. See, everything is going wrong. Nothing is working. What the hell am I doing wrong? I'm gonna take a look at this video again. No capture shirt. I have to look up what that means. Anyways, guys, this is one of the shortest videos that unfortunately did not work the way that I was hoping that it would work, because there were so many mistakes made. But I don't think it was on my part. But you know what? I'm just gonna go check one that I'm really curious. See, this is why. It is 443. That was my mistake. Let's see. Sorry about that, guys. My phone just went off and I had to pause. Also, I wanted to show you that yeah, it was my mistake. I was typing 445, in the exclude, but it was actually 443. I don't know why I was doing 445. That's why I was never excluding it. But now, as you can see, the results here, all right, it's not there anymore, so it's been excluded. Anyways, guys, this is the end of this tutorial. I do invite you to read more about Masscan for you to be able to learn the different options about it. This was just only scratch on the surface, and it is important that you guys create a lab and start training and doing the actual testing, scanning, so that you can get used to it hands-on. For the next video, I'm gonna be speaking about Nicto, WP scan, Durbuster, and Durb. So stay tuned. Thank you, guys, and enjoy your night, morning, or afternoon.